Have you ever found yourself considering a big investment, maybe diving into a new real estate market somewhere kind of captivating like Thailand,
hmm
and thought, maybe I can go it alone, save a buck?
Happens all the time. People think DIY is the way to go.
Well, today we're going to unpack why that decision might actually, well, cost you far more in the long run.
Yeah, it's often a false economy.
Our mission in this deep dive is to explore the really critical role of, let's say, seasoned real estate professionals, especially in complex markets like Phuket.
That's a key point, the complexity.
And just so everyone's clear on the name, that's Pooket, pronounced Phuket, definitely not Phuket.
Good clarification. It matters.
So our deep dive today, it's based on excerpts from a really compelling article called Hiring a Thai Real Estate Professional, a necessity, not a luxury.
Right.
It offers some vital insights into buying property in Thailand, and it comes from Ocean Worldwide. They're a luxury real estate agency based right there in Phuket. Been there since 2004, I believe.
That's right, a long time. What's fascinating, really, is how this article challenges that common idea that doing it yourself saves money.
Exactly.
Instead, it powerfully highlights the irreplaceable value that real expertise brings. Especially in a market as intricate as Thailand's. It sets you up for some big aha moments, I think.
It really does. It shows why going solo isn't just maybe less efficient, but genuinely riskier.
Definitely riskier.
Okay, so the article lays out, what, 4 core ways these pros make a real difference. Let's dig into the first one, maybe the most crucial: mitigating risks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When you're buying property, especially overseas, there are just countless potential pitfalls. Legal checks, financial assessment.
Things you might not even know to look for.
Precisely. Agents, the good ones, act as your frontline defense.
Yeah.
They use their expertise to spot and, importantly, resolve issues early on. Things that could seriously impact your ownership rights down the line or the property's value.
Like what specifically?
Well, think about land titles. Ensuring it's clean, no hidden disputes, no weird encumbrances. Or understanding local zoning. What can you actually do with the property? These are complex, localized issues. A pro spots them. Someone going it alone might walk right into them.
Right. A potential nightmare avoided.
A huge potential nightmare, yeah. Months of stress, maybe even financial ruin in worst-case scenarios.
And it's not just about dodging bullets, is it? The article also talks about how they just streamline the whole process.
Oh, it's transformative.
Yeah.
The whole journey. From the initial hunt, finding the right place among maybe thousands of listings.
Which can be overwhelming itself.
Totally.
Yeah.
Then the negotiations, which have their own cultural nuances, managing mountains of paperwork in Thai, dealing with government offices, right through to the closing. It's a lot. An individual can get completely bogged down. A professional agent streamlines all of that. They handle the complexities, the legal steps unique to Thailand, the documents. It saves you enormous amounts of time, cuts down stress massively, and ultimately prevents those costly mistakes that come from just not knowing the ropes.
Which saves you money in the end, ironically.
Exactly.
So beyond efficiency, there's what you gain. The article mentions market access and insights. That sounds like a big advantage.
It truly is. Professionals often have access to properties before they hit the general market, or listings that are never publicly advertised. That's a serious competitive edge.
The off-market deals.
Right. But it's more than just access. It's their deep market knowledge. They understand the trends, which areas are up and coming, what's genuinely good value versus overpriced. They can even offer insights into future market conditions based on, planned infrastructure or economic shifts.
So you're making a properly informed decision, not just grabbing what looks good online.
Precisely. You get the best possible value based on real analysis, not just luck.
Okay, this next point is where I think it gets really interesting for people thinking, I can save the agent's fee. Cost effectiveness. You touched on it, but how does hiring an agent actually save money?
Yeah, it feels counterintuitive to many, but it absolutely can be more cost-effective. Firstly, they're skilled negotiators. They know the local market values, the tactics. They can often secure a better price than you could on your own.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Crucially, they help you avoid those expensive mistakes we talked about. Miscalculating transfer fees, for instance. Those are the government charges for changing ownership, or getting tripped up by different property taxes. These can add up significantly. And they can also advise on the best financial structures, like understanding the different ways foreigners can hold property in Thailand leasehold versus maybe certain corporate structures, or even just timing the purchase right relative to tax deadlines. These things can save you thousands.
So the potential savings and avoided costs often outweigh their fee.
Often by a considerable margin, yes. The idea of saving by not hiring one can be a very costly misconception.
Okay, so the article then makes this really critical distinction. It feels vital.
Yeah.
Not all agents are operating at the same
Oh,
level.
absolutely critical. This is huge. The difference between a truly seasoned professional, someone with, say, decades under their belt, and a novice, well, it can make or break your investment.
Experience really counts here.
Immensely. Veterans, especially those with maybe 2 decades or more, in a specific market, like Phuket, they have this incredibly nuanced understanding. This is where someone like Sandra O'Neill at Ocean Worldwide comes in, right? They've been in Phuket since 2004.
Right, that's deep local experience.
Exactly. Sandra's helped thousands of families, investors. She understands developer reputations, which ones deliver quality, which ones don't. That alone is gold in a place like Phuket or Koh Samui, where they focus. Construction quality,
Yeah.
subtle legal shifts, market cycles. You just can't fake that depth of knowledge. It's invaluable.
You can't learn that overnight from a website.
Not a chance.
And beyond what they personally know, what about their connections? How important is their network?
Incredibly important. Professional agents are plugged into the whole real estate ecosystem. They have established relationships, trusted lawyers, reliable bankers, good property managers for after you buy.
Ah, the after-sales support.
Yes, this network is crucial for a smooth transaction and for ongoing peace of mind. Need reliable legal due diligence. They know who to call. Need someone trustworthy to manage your property. They have connections. This is completely different from a novice or someone doing it themselves who are basically operating in isolation.
That makes sense. You're buying into their network, too, in a way.
You really are.
And when you're making such a huge investment, trust is just paramount. The article talks about reliability, accountability.
Yes, and this is where professionalism really shines. True professionals, their reputation is their business. They stake it on every deal. They stick to strict ethical codes. Their goal is your best interest, ensuring transparency, integrity.
Building that trust.
Exactly. They have a track record. You can see their history of ethical practice. Novices, or maybe less scrupulous operators, they often lack that proven history. That's the risk you take. With professionals, there's accountability.
Right. And finally, the article points out something about experience allowing for a more tailored approach.
Yes, and this really highlights the bespoke value. An experienced agent takes the time to properly understand you. Your specific financial situation, your goals, is this a short-term flip or a long-term family home? Your appetite for risk.
They really profile you first.
They should, yes.
Yeah.
And then they use that deep understanding to recommend properties that genuinely fit your profile. It's not just showing you everything available, it's curated.
Unlike maybe a less experienced agent pushing whatever they have listed.
Exactly. That one-size-fits-all approach is common with less experienced agents who might lack the insight or maybe even the inventory to truly customize. The goal for a pro is finding the right property for you.
So, bringing this all together, what's the main takeaway for someone listening, maybe thinking about buying in Phuket or really anywhere complex?
I think the core message is crystal clear. Buying property, especially in a dynamic foreign market like Thailand's, is a major decision. It really shouldn't be taken lightly.
Mm-hmm.
And the guidance of a truly seasoned professional, it isn't just a nice to have, it's not a luxury, it's genuinely a necessity. It's fundamental for securing a good, sound investment.
Protecting your downside, maximizing your upside?
Precisely. They offer that tailored, risk-mitigated, efficient experience that's just incredibly difficult, maybe impossible, to replicate on your own. It's about investment security and, frankly, peace of mind.
Okay. So, given how much value we're placing on deep experience, that track record, the network, here's something to think about. What specific qualities or maybe what specific questions would you prioritize when you're looking for a real estate professional to make sure they really do represent that necessity, not luxury standard?
That's a great question to ponder.
Something for you, the listener, to mull over.